Does look like they're going for the mech, so I wonder... How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Sazastical, we're feeling pumped, you know the jam. This is Rimworld, let's go. So, I think it's fair to say good times are coming back to the colony. This is a golden age. Everyone is happy. Ignore the fact that everyone slowly get addicted to drugs and whatnot and the problems that has. We're not about that. We're about positive energy. We live amongst the trees like hippies doing drugs. Positive energy, dudes. Positive energy. So, what are we doing today? Glad you asked, pie people. I'm glad you asked. So I think Good is going to spend the episode helping Alpen getting every grow zone sorted. Okay, that's priority. So let's just throw that out there. Once that's done, we're going to get back onto the block making. And if we can get left alone just for a little bit. See, a lightning just hit a bug then. And they had no hate for me. I'd love to know the conditions that these bugs get hurt. Or like want to come at me. Is it because I've got all the wall up that they're leaving me alone now? Like, I'm so confused. Like, notes on a postcard, party people. Like, I'm just not sure. Just watching Stomp up there as that bug was getting ever so closer. Cargo pods, anything that can help us? Alpaca wall. I'll pack up my bags and go get it. Yeah, you can always tell when it's going to be a good episode because your boy is pumped. Smarty's making food. Luckily we got some corn coming. How's purple coming along? About 50%. We got to convert him to our religion beforehand. And then we're basically go, go, go. Because then we can just passively recruit everyone, which is awesome. Or will be awesome, I should say. Oh, that's memories. The bed. The title. First of Sanford. R's in the comment for Toxic Fallout. For pear. Yeah, for a great bow, alright. Would toxic fallout kill these bugs? Obviously, as they're dying, they would be aggro towards us. Interesting. Like, don't get me wrong. It's marriage is on. Hey, Alpin and Smarty, love it. Do some drugs at the wedding, perfect. Don't get me wrong, like, we're at a position now where if we decide to kill these bugs, like, we don't really have a defense. Our defense at the minute just is the bugs, so please bear that in mind when we're talking about killing our friends. And please whisper it in the comments. Like, if we're whispering about killing the bugs, don't tell them, okay? They're angry enough with us as it is. Don't tell them that we're trying to, like, masterfully kill them in the future. But, hey, if we can crack this, like, we can live with them, like, till whenever. It doesn't bother me. Good, can we just haul this at the same time because we know what happens if we don't? That's the bugs. No, it's an autosave. Interesting. Well, we're safe, so let's just get on with what we need to do. So, I think the food situation is fine. I think it's just me being a negative or just being a nervous Nelly about the whole situation. So Good will haul some of that. And hopefully Good can get back to growing. Stomp, you're a bit unhappy. Serious pain, soaking wet. I think most of the things that we're doing. Serious pain, what's the matter? Muscle parasites, okay. Good might have to have another cleaning session at some point. Yeah, the rice field going down is obviously going to be really important just because how quickly rice harvests. I think taking away the rice harvest probably delayed us an episode or two. Like with a few breakdowns we could have probably avoided, but you live, you learn. Just getting Good to haul this as we go, otherwise obviously it would just all get wasted and then it's pretty redundant. Ooh, Stomp. I'm going to put everyone on 4 on fire making, so like stuff like this, when the rain isn't putting it out for whatever, I can sort of tell them to get it done. Hunting site nearby, but it's just going to be meat though. We need like a farming site so we can attack. But we haven't even got the armor and stuff to do that. And that's why we've got these kill box, so we don't really have to worry about that too much, but Obviously, eventually we do want to get into the game of raiding people and stuff like that. I think purple is going to get recruited faster than what Talisman would have. And I think that's another thing. It's one less mouth to feed where we're not really in a position to feed it. So I think that's probably helping us without us really realising too much. And yeah, meals is obviously such a big thing because then we're not getting negatives. Not bossing everyone around so they can... Okay. The bugs just pounced on that panther. I thought they were coming for us. If I click on these bugs, are they getting like hungry or anything? Like, not to the point where it's like starvation. Okay. Just checking. I'm just always curious why these bugs don't like us. Why we can't be friends. Spencer being the OG that he is. Yeah, once purple gets recruited, it pretty much is most of our problems. Just someone sitting on crafting that's actually good at crafting. I'm not saying good isn't good, but we just want good as our hauler and cleaner, really. I'm not saying it's not worth anything, but hauling and cleaning is an important job that, you know, because otherwise every time he does this, I've got to tell him to go haul it, which does waste time. But if we don't do that, we'll waste resources. We've seen it in the past. How are we doing? I'm a bit concerned, obviously, our drug fields aren't getting grown on. Spencer can't haul, sadly, so he can't even help out. Might try tomorrow to just leave good on hauling and cleaning. Just trying to get the right balance, you know? Okay, relaxing socially, that's fine. Everyone's moods are pretty okay. Like, not setting the world on fire by any stretch of the imagination, but... not setting our base on fire, which... just as important. Stomp, where are you going? Deconstructing steel wall. Okay, cool. We're actually starting to deconstruct stuff around the map now. We really are on top of everything. Like, good. Can we get a couple of hauls in before you go to bed? Okay, purple getting like 40%. We've just got to get that down to 0, then we can start recruiting. And if we go into prisoner, your resistance is 11, so it's not shocking. Like sometimes it can be like 18, 21, which takes really a lot. So it won't take ages, but obviously we do need to... and it's just because we messed up with losing so many people to our religion so early on, where we lost, obviously, our religion being the main one in the colony, which is sad. Okay, tomorrow what we're going to do with good is actually take you off growing and... no, we can't. We just can't. Alpin's too slow. No, well, let's try it. And we'll have you 1 on haul, 2 on clean. So I'm hoping then he wakes up and hauls everything. And then we'll keep an eye on that. Smarty might actually get to the point where we get back to fine meals, which would be lovely because that's just a little extra cherry on the cake just to improve everyone's meals. Meals? Mood? Why do I keep mistaking them two words? Meals, mood. Mood, meals. That's like a tongue twister for me. I can't even say tongue twister. What is the point of me? Okay, good is burying people, which is equally as important. Hauling the food, which we obviously really, really want. Fine meals have started to get made. Perfect. So if we go into good, 8 fine meal plus 5. 8 raw food, that will disappear soon. Diverse forts. Uncovered groin. That's interesting. Yeah, we need to obviously get back to tailoring and stuff like that. We're just not in a situation where we can. Hopefully on the recruitment of purple, that changes that. And I think we've got a good group. The problem is we're high all the time, so, and the psychic suppression. There we go, then good's moving the drugs to the stockpile they should be in, making more room in the freezer. Perfect. We could probably just, I think we've said this before, put shelves in here and put the drugs on there, but it's not something I really want to worry about this second. Everyone's eating fine meals, which is actually really nice to see. And 32 meals in the freezer, you know, that's not too shabby. And life is Good. Like, progression is happening. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Alpin grew one bit of rice and then gave up. Perfect. Okay, yeah, recruit. That's the problem, I suppose. Alpins has to use his time warding and recruiting purple as well. Something to keep in mind on. Just watching Alpin for a bit, just to see how quickly. Not really growing at any great speed. Collection of goodies. Problem is the unknown threat. Right, I definitely am not coming this a day later because I paused the game. The door knocked, which I thought was rude already. Don't they know, like, the Lord and Saviour of Rimworld is recording? But they didn't. They didn't. This corner's going to deteriorate, so I'm just going to get some hauling jobs on that before everyone goes to sleep and ignores her. And then I thought, after I answered the door, I thought, I'll have a snack. I'll have a drink. I'll treat myself. Alpin, what is the matter with you? Go do some drugs then, my man. No. Getting low, getting low, getting low. Well, you can go do smoke leaf. Smarty, go do some, make some drugs. Lovely. Yeah, so anyway, so I thought I'd have a snack and whatnot. And then went to bed later. Then thought, oh, my recording is still going. Turns out I was doing something. Luckily it was paused and whatnot, so you haven't missed anything. The only thing I have realised is, one, disappearing halfway through an episode is weird, just because now I don't know where we're at. Didn't realise these were activated. So I'm just going to have to clear this zone, just so we don't walk into this, because obviously them ciphers, the melee ciphers, are actually quite deadly. I'm going to expand our base, or at least the area that we can actually go to a little bit more, so then we can get all that, which is nice. A bug is going wandering, but that's fine. Yep, and then that's cool, cool, cool. Make sure everyone is in that zone, which they are. Need to get this corn in. Okay, I think we just about saved Alpin's mood then, sorry. Just because he's withdrawing through drugs, because he's a naughty boy. Alpin is making... No, Smarty is making some flake. Have I prioritised flake over... Where are all our joints then? Oh, there they are. Okay. Smarty, that's cool. Let's start hauling the corn just before you go to bed. Just because otherwise we're going to lose quite a few. Spencer, where are you going? You're coming all the way down here for one marble block. Brilliant. Okay, so I don't really know what I'm going to do, what we were doing for the first half of the episode, which is absolutely brilliant when you're recording. But we are going to wing it as ever. I really do want to get on the block train. It's going to be a case of how long until purple is with us. I mean, it's getting closer and closer, isn't it? And purple's skillful crafting is going to come into good use. Just means we're going to have the ability to be able to sit on crafting constantly. What you got to remember, crafting covers like an array of talents. Okay, Smarty, did you just stay up all night making drugs? Just thought I'd draft undraft just in case. Good, can you come and haul this? We've had food problems for so long, so the fact we're just like letting all this deteriorate in the field is actually really upsetting. Just going to queue up all these and hopefully we don't lose too many more. It's my bad, I gotta be more on top of it, but that's the problem. Like, if purple can get recruited, then good can stay on hauling. And I mean, good is on hauling at the moment, yeah. Which is handy. I don't remember destroying these limestone blocks everywhere, but must have happened, must have happened. It's just the case of getting our defence up, and I think we're okay. I mean, we got a little defence up, but you know what I mean. It's nothing that's going to change the world. Okay, slowly but surely. I think purple's like mood will determine how quickly like we can get. I assume her. Yeah, her. So we are going to have to keep that in mind. Mood wise, I mean, apart from 8 without a table, it's not going too bad. So if I reinstall this in here, Stomp, you're deconstructing that. Okay, you're going to move that dresser for me, which is perfect. then what we'll do is we'll move this table over there, so at least then purple isn't getting that modifier on top of everything else. What else do you need, Stomp? Serious pain, you're tired. I mean, just go to sleep though. Is my answer to it. Hopefully he goes to sleep after this. What are you going to do? Going to sleep. Cool, cool, cool. Alpin, what are you doing? Feeding. I mean, you're just withdrawing from drugs now. So it might be worth, because I don't mind people being addicted to drugs and whatnot. So obviously I just don't want them to die, but I wonder if we need to amp our policy up just a little bit. So flake every 2 days. I mean, you still should be doing smoke leaf once a day. Is that just not enough? So it might be worth keeping an eye on Alpen tomorrow and actually see if he is doing it. Okay, he's queued that up. Okay, so that's his one for today, I imagine. And now he's going to sleep. We've upped the flake use. Which, yeah. We need to get to the grubbing, though. So I think one more night of good hauling. And then we're going to have to put good back on the growing to just help Alpen out. Because I don't think Alpen's really getting around to doing it. And I mean, good is hauling important stuff, and it just means we don't have to run across the map to go get it, which is obviously really, really tasty. Component-wise, we are very low. But I think the last half of the video is just sort of, not a clean-up job, but preparing for next episode. You know, we're getting all the resources around the map at home, easy for everyone to get to. Another statue's done. Not very beautiful, though. Okay, good. Are you just hauling alpaca wool? Okay, okay. That's stuff that we need hauled, so I'll accept it. I'll allow it. Okay, and then what we will do is then tomorrow you will be growing like that loads, and then hopefully we can get back on track with obviously all the growing fields and that sort of stuff. Okay, harvesting the rice, which is really, really cool. Another thing that we can do is actually start taking jobs away from a few people, so who can actually haul? So Smarty, for example, so when you're not cooking, I think I want you to clean. So we should see that because Smarty's actually really close to actually catching up with all the cooking tasks if we have a look in here. Yeah. So then Smarty will then be like cook, clean, which makes a little bit of sense, I suppose. Alpin, we could just take you off construction. Obviously you're going to grow plant cut, which is going to take up a lot of your time, but then when that is done, then haul and clean. So it just means there's more chance of obviously hauling, clean and getting done. Like with crafting, I'm just going to have to manually do it. The only disappointing thing is obviously drug production is in crafting, so we do need to bear that in mind. But Alpin is warding as well, so we do have to be like extremely careful. Okay, you're smoking, which is fine. So then what I want is I want to reinstall that in here. And reinstall that. Stomp, you're going to have a breakdown as well. You're just tired. It's not the fact that you've got so many negatives, it's the fact you haven't got a lot of positives, which is concerning me. You have still got muscle parasites, though. Recreation unfulfilled. You're not getting time for it? Like variation, what else can we put up? I mean, it doesn't look like we have a horse pin. So let's put that back in there. I will let Alpin, Stomp rest. So what I will do just for a moment is put Alpin at 4. Just because then Alpin can quickly get that horse pin up. I would have thought we would have had enough between the chess, the TV, the poker and the horse pin, but perhaps not. It looks like they need a chair to actually, like, use that TV. I could be, like, utterly wrong. Like, how much cloth have we got? Might be a little bit of a waste. Okay, so we could actually get, like, a couple of armchairs in here. It's like, what zone do we have to be in? Okay. So we could go, like, cloth chair, cloth chair. Could have, like, a sofa. Or front room feel. Yeah, that's alright. 2 chairs there. Right, then Alpin will get that up. We'll get some chairs in just in case that's causing problems. Right, and then obviously the key is it's just because I keep touching everyone. That sounds really bad when you say it out loud. But it's because I keep like this, then telling Good to do this, so then he's not doing whatever's on his mind. So if his mind was just then to do smoke leaf, I'm detracting from that. I'm just hauling as he goes, so we don't waste too much rice. Smarty's still cooking. You're like slamming out the meals. I do love it. I do love it. Like, Stomp, do you do solar flare? Might cause a breakdown. Stomp, do you do drugs? Yeah, you do. Flake every 2 days. Wait, I'm sure I'm doing this right, surely? Cargo pods. Duck eggs. Get Good to go and haul them, I guess. It's stuff to sell if traders come, if nothing else. Purple, how you getting on? Darkness, awful, prison, 8 without the table. Okay. So we're going to have a day where I don't boss people around. Okay, Purple is coming around. It's still going to probably take 2 or 3 episodes. But when Purple is, like, up and at 'em, the colony is going to be thriving, obviously. The next thing to be concerned about is obviously the bugs. Like, we've had a couple of episodes where luckily they haven't attacked us, which has given us a chance to actually, like, get back on our feet. But it's still not prepared for when they start taking walls down again. Do you know what I mean? The only nice thing is at least we know, so Stomp. Okay, you're doing that now. Lovely. And then I do want to reinstall that there, just for my OCD. So then Purple should no longer get the 8 without table modifier, which is perfect. So Stomp, what are you going to do now? You're building armchairs. Okay, a farming site nearby. 5 people. Oh, that is... Okay, that is tempting. That is incredibly tempting. The problem is where everyone's gone down so many times, a lot of our weapons have deteriorated or just we don't have them now, which is sad to say the least. But no, I like the position we are with Stomp, where we're actually on top of all the constructing jobs, which means anything we lay down is going to be priority, which is pretty good. How long are you going to take with that? Okay, everyone's using smoke leaf. Lovely. You love to see it. You love to see it. Alpin's going to rest. Oh, I didn't see you do smoke leaf that whole day. Spencer just whacking out the research, which is good. You like... The thing is, it's just so easily forgotten how important research is. Do you know what I mean? Okay, mortars are done. So we really want more guns and stuff, really. That's what... So let's do that, because then that takes us into like gas operation and stuff like that. So we're basically getting prepared for obviously when Purple does get recruited and whatnot. Just making sure that Good is going to haul all this food. I'm really sick of having food problems, so I'm just being like overly cautious on purpose. We should be fine. I think we can see like we're improving. The next problem we're going to have is actually we're going to run out of our drug supply because none of that's growing. I think technically Alpin isn't really growing because he doesn't really have the time for it. So then making Good haul all this is pretty redundant because then even Good isn't growing. So yeah. The thing is, our colony is perfect. All we need is Purple to do craft. Because if we look at everything that's happening at the moment, it's a functioning colony. The problem happens is when we have to take someone away from what they're doing now and get them to craft. Okay, the bugs are annoyed. Why? Why are the bugs ever annoyed, I suppose? We can change this zone. We've got a little bit more space in our base, which is very, very nice. But the walls could come down very, very quickly. So what's going on? Right, so all the bugs have left. I don't want to open doors because it does look like, and this is the first time in a while there's no gaps and whatnot. It's interesting how they have just left us alone. It does look like they're going for the mech, so I wonder, this leads to an interesting conversation. Is it worth leaving these up? Now the reason why I say that is because their AI has obviously told them that the easiest and closest target is these mechs. So they're choosing to not even destroy our walls and to go straight over to them just because it's so easy. So that being said, we could leave the mechs up. Now, the problems... No, I think we leave the mechs up. Not forever. Forever? Forever, ever? Not forever. But just for the time being, because I think this... malaria. Okay, let's make sure Alpen is getting good medicine. What I will do is actually, before you go and rest and whatnot, the problem that you're having, Alpen, is you're spending... Right, so go do drugs. Yeah, I feel like we need to up the drug rate. Because Alpen is just far more gone than some of the other colonists. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of problem with Alpen now. I was hoping he was going to get all them drugs beforehand. So he has got malaria. In all honesty, if we lost him here, I wouldn't be... Wait. Oh no, I'm on Smarty. I was just about to say, didn't he have malaria? Yeah, there we go. So Smarty is healing him, right? Another mech cluster. Okay. Okay, it's just a little one. It's nothing terrible. It does have a proximity sensor. I was just checking because I did see some other arrows, but it does look like that's all of them. Okay, so we need to alter our zone once again. If I can actually get into the right thing. So, mech clusters is going to be the next thing that we're going to have to worry about. Which, to be fair, we haven't had a lot this series so far. But we still can't really deal with them. I want to give them like a real wide berth. Because there's absolutely no point risking it for a biscuit. I will allow that though. Yeah, I do want us to come through here. Because actually there is a lot of steel. I don't want to forget about it. Right. Cool, cool, cool. That's the way to end an episode, I guess. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.